So you're unclear about your path presently, and you're sort of like withholding yourself from interacting with the obstacles, right? So, and sort of avoiding them. So these are not the obstacles that you should overcome. It's more like an obstacle, a triggers. You're staying away from engaging in conflict or situations where your energy would be drained. So this is really good because we've been talking about how you should be doing that a while ago. So you're doing it. What else? By the way, guys, follow, like, comment, interact lots and lots of times in the comments. That'll get the algorithm going, and I'll get more followers and more people on my account. So do that for me as a thank you. All right, what else was holding? You need to readjust, right? So you need to readjust your priorities, right? So, and then I'm guessing, and I'm feeling, not guessing, feeling in terms of like, let's say you were not your priority, and now you should be. Readjust and release your old priorities, right? Let's say if your priority was to just subject yourself to someone else's needs, now you have to understand that you are the subject who needs, right? So, subject yourself to yourself. You have to enter the state, right? Your masculine aspect inside of you needs to enter the place where you put on the crown and you sit on your throne. So it's not like you need to unleash your masculine side, or you need to make your side stronger, or you need to enter the space or use the emperor energy. No, you need to take your throne. So you are asked to take your right. Sit the fuck down. So sit the fuck down and say no. Sit the fuck down and say no. If they don't understand, take that crown, put it on your hat right in front of their face, and say, "You're gonna oppose me now." So don't be afraid to calmly put your foot down and let them know who's the boss. I'm not saying push people around. I'm just saying don't allow them to push you around, right? So it's not like where before in the readings we were saying how you're supposed to stand up for yourself and all that, and do not let, no, it's, now you need to let them know that you know more than they do. So that you are on a level higher than them. So not look down on them, but if they try to attack you, so let's say if you're a Rottweiler and you have a Chihuahua coming at you and is biting you, right, or you're an English Mastiff and you have, I don't know, Yorkie coming to bite your leg, you sort of let it because you don't want to hurt it, right? And that was the teaching before and advice from the readings where you should like just let it go. Now they're saying, don't bite, but growl in the face. Show your size, show your strength, right? Show who you are and show your power. It's okay. You don't need to belittle yourself any longer. So what I'm trying to say is like the false humility needs to go for now. So right now you need to be cruel in terms of like hurtful to let people know that they have no right to tell you anything because you know that thing better than them. So you can remove yourself, you cannot engage, but if they keep coming at you, it is okay for you to hurt their feelings. And hurting their feelings by letting them know that you know more. Do not yell. Do it like an emperor. Don't look like a village idiot, right? Dignity in class. Fear. Show them what you're made of. A wolf and a bear. Okay, so the next question was how you're supposed to do it. So you need to disconnect, right? So you need to disconnect. So you're feeling this imbalance between you and an individual, like let's say a small minded being. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying they're not on your level. So they're barking at you, their own concept of reality. So you need to disconnect. So emotionally and mentally disconnect. So you're saying, this is not my game, so I cannot be upset at this, right? It's like if a donkey kicks you, would you be upset at it? Right? If a child comes and hits you, you'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe that child hit me. Child hit you. You gotta discipline the child. So how do you discipline, right? That was the question. How do you discipline a grown up? Disconnect emotionally from the conflict, right, at hand, or the conflict that is brewing, right? That's going to create the discord. And just give me a second, because this is change the direction, right? So let's say they're coming at you, saying something, change the direction. How to change the direction? That's another question. I'll find out how. So reassess what they're talking about. So, right, let's say they're saying, well, I don't know, you should concentrate on, let's say you're remodeling things. You're like, you should concentrate, and you're like, I want to remodel the kitchen, and you're talking about this, like simple things, right? I don't know. And then they come in like, no, I think you should remodel the bedroom first, because this would be this and that. But you just said, I want to remodel the kitchen, and I'm going to remodel the kitchen. You already said what you wanted, what you thought you needed, and they're going against your statement, trying to convince you that they know better than you. How many times someone needs to do that for you to put your foot down? First you would get frustrated, then you would react, then you would yell, then it would be conflict, then you would be betrayed. Now, no longer that. Now what you do is, how do you hurt someone's feelings in a worst way? When you're in a circle of people. Think about it, when were your feelings hurt the most? And it's not like your feelings are hurt, you just feel so uncomfortable that you feel out of place, you feel ignored, and swayed of excess. It's like when you start a conversation, and there's like 3 people you're trying to engage, and they ignore you, they keep talking about something else. That's what it is, you just make a person disappear. So as they're trying to talk about you remodeling the bedroom while you said clearly it was going to be a kitchen, you're going to change the subject, right? You're going to change the subject, and drastically. So you're going to say, for example, no more about remodeling, no more about kitchens and bedrooms, no more about the house. You say, oh, yesterday I was driving and I saw this completely different. So you just shift the whole, so we got the Wheel of Fortune, you shift the whole thing completely, right? But change the direction. So you have the power as an emperor to change the direction and a course of things, right? This is really on a day-to-day, your energy, your mental level. So I'm not saying you just switch the Wheel of Fortune and change the world 1% at a time. In this sense, you're the person. So that's what you do. Shift it. They'll catch them off guard, right? And then they won't return back to it. And if they try to return back to it, you can continue talking about what you started. That's it. Now you're going to feel uncomfortable, right? You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel uncomfortable with putting them in this situation, right? But go forward. Do not look back. So they need to understand that they need to process. You go for it. They need to process their emotions, right? Do not help them out. Let them process their emotions. Let them understand that they're being ignored because their behavior was incorrect. But instead of telling them that so that they aren't on defensive, you allow them to process it. So they'll have to think about it, be sad, maybe, and feel left out and rejected and lonely, and all those emotions will eventually help them figure out where not to stick their fucking nose. What else? You're making unconventional life choices, right? So you do not fit in. And for some people, it feels like you're out of control, right? I already like you, whoever you are. Look. People approach, because of this inability to see your perspective on life, right? People come at you with the touch of pessimism, right? So they will say, oh, yeah, but like, how are you going to live like this? And you might be like, I don't know, like a Sufi mystic, like, I don't know, God will provide, right? And they're like, well, but that's not how it is. But that's not how it is in their life. Do not try to explain. So what are we talking here? Do not try to explain to him how it is. They're not on the level to understand. Change the subject. Reassess. Remember we said reassess the situation, right? Reassess and think about what would interest them to talk about, right? And try that instead. Always change the subject. So take the upper hand. So the people who are who mainly come to you, right? With the pessimistic attitude, trying to move you from your choices and your path because they think you're out of control and you're making wrong choices. These people, it clearly says, these people are concentrated on, 9 to 5. That's their life. There's nothing wrong with it. That's their reality for now. This is where they're living in. This is their state of mind. You are not there. You can't be arguing with them. You're not there. What are you arguing about? It's like arguing. It's like playing a game. Like I'm playing. It's stupid. It's like there's two people are playing a game, and one of them is playing a Go game and another chess. Two different games. Like you can't even. There's no point in engaging. Just remove yourself, and if you can't remove yourself, manipulate the situation by showing them that you can very well direct things around perfectly freaking fine in a manner that they can't. Show them that you're a master manipulator, right? Of the situation, and show it right there. Let them think very carefully that you can put them in a situation that is extremely uncomfortable, calmly, classy way. So the same way that they do to you, but in a better way. That's what I mean. Put your crown. Sit on your throne. Because if you leave that seat empty, they're just going to want to sit in it. Look. Something is breaking down, right? I don't know, maybe some of you, I don't know where this information is coming from, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I feel like for some of you it's a divorce or a breakup, right? Due to some kind of backstabbing, right? I don't know what kind of backstabbing is. Cheating, or what is it? Not getting... You just awaken to the understanding that, I guess your life together has become, you're not compatible any longer, right? So it become boorish, you're bored, there's no growth happening any longer. So maybe like because it has, for some of you, this relationship has been going on for too long, and now one of the person sways, right? I don't know, maybe cheats, and then that would be your way out. Yes, it would hurt, but maybe that will push you to make a move and then say, okay, bye. Okay, they're asking me to do something by the book, like truthfully, but by the book. What is it? You have to do something by the book because, look, I don't know whether you were with this person for so long because of finances, or maybe this person is with you for so long for the finances, and that's why the relationship went on. But you have to you have to do it by the book. It basically means that do not assume that the conflict is going to be resolved and that there is going to be no conflict. You need to have it in writing. So either a divorce, or if you were in a partnership for long enough time where things need to be divided, it needs to be written down. Do it by the book. Like, do not fantasize that there's going to be understanding and righteousness. I don't know how do we end up in a relationship with them, but there it is. That's for today. Bye.